Hello.
Hi guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
How's it going, dudes? So it turns out the cleaners are coming today.
Yeah, they didn't turn up yesterday.
They were ill. Everybody gets ill.
If you need to charge your phone,
I do.
Here's another cable.
I had my phone on charge all last night. And yet
I think that plug might be a bit weird.
it did not charge at all. Which is a bummer because I use it when I'm at the gym to listen to podcasts and stuff.
That's just things. Can I just ask, does their voices sound okay? I'm noticing that I've got like two. Okay, only one of them appears to actually be running. Cool. I've got two like plugins running, and there's only meant to be one, but I think the other was just glitched, so I think it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Someone said everything's sending twice.
Yeah, there's two versions of Restream open, and I closed it when I saw that message.
Okay.
Wow. I know.
Cool. Yeah, how is everyone? Welcome to Tuesday.
And hey, Oasis. I gave you food. I gave you food and a little bit of milk.
Oh,
I know.
Michael.
I indulged.
You're not meant to be giving him milk anymore.
She went mental when I got the milk at the fridge for your tea.
Yeah, but she's not meant to be having it anymore.
Mental.
Oh dear. The problem with cats that are too adorable, you just can't say no to them. Fluffy Milk Tea says, I see cat! Yes. It's the best way to start your day. See the cat, behold!
Behold said cat. Said cat. King Gamer Nub, King says, I was wondering, what does it take to do commissions?
I guess it takes you knowing your price point and there being a demand for people to have you draw their characters or them. So probably you would want to be on Twitter or some kind of social media where people can see your art and want you to do stuff for them. Like if there's demand, then commissions are go-go. If there's not demand, then I guess it's just a matter of posting enough art so that people start to see you.
Yeah. If you're creating something that someone wants, then you're in a good track. And yeah, MLF milk's not that great for cats. I think progressively it makes them more and more lactose intolerant by drinking it.
Yes, milk is delicious, but unfortunately it's not great for anyone, I don't think. I don't think humans are meant to drink it either, but
probably not, no. I give her like the barest of, there's like a tiny bowl and I give her like the shallowest I can and then I run away.
You're a sucker is the problem.
Yeah.
Is like, we know we shouldn't give it to her, but she loves it so much, and when she makes those eyes.
Yep. It's tricky.
You really need to stop giving it to her though.
Yeah. I won't.
Because she only gets used to it and wants it more every time.
Head off. Oh, head off. Head off. Was my goodbye.
Head off.
Take care, Fluffy Milk Tea.
Oh yeah, take care. Night night.
Everyone's got cats. It's great.
Oh, Kino's a really good name for a cat. Adorable. And Bob Onion got a cat just last Monday. I named him Bob because he looks like a bobcat. He's right there beside me asleep. Oh, it's so adorable.
Aw, Bob the cat.
Yay!
Yeah.
Aw. It's not actually our cat. It's our flatmate's cat. We moved in with him, and he has Buffy, and she's adorable. But we've always wanted a cat, so this is like heaven.
It's like a trial run.
Being able to live with Buffy, she's adorable.
Gloom. 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 2.
I'm sorry.
What
you want to do yourself?
Renaming the layer Gloom 2. I'm going to try and do another version of the Gloom. The one I did was doing like a figure of 8 hover, but this one I want to sort of move around a bit more. Space Dad is watching us all on a 4K TV in his office space.
Oh no, there's no hiding.
It's okay. It's okay. We're not streaming 4K.
Oh, so big.
It's okay.
Thank you for the tea, by the way, Mike.
Oh, you're most welcome. Swifty face.
Oh, that is my face. How did you know?
I guess I just know you.
Oh, the Oasis has 3 cats. Yeah, and all cats are cute when they're asleep. This is true. Whether they're cute when they wake up depends on the cat. Buffy knows exactly when to be cute. Nice sound effect.
Thanks. That's for the Glim darting about behind her. What I might do is loop everything else and then have a double loop for the Glim to be doing something. Because that's a little bit much. But if I did something like first, if I did something like this. And then did something like...
Poor Bunyan's cat was in a trash can earlier asleep. Aline! Good morning! How are you doing, Aline? What's our favourite animal? Ask Odd Oasis.
Our favourite animal? It's probably a cat.
A cat for you?
Yeah.
I love ferrets.
Have you ever interacted with a ferret?
Yeah.
Or when?
When? I used to have a friend who had a ferret called Scout.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. He was pretty cool. His name was Adam. And he played the... Was it the trumpet or the saxophone? There was something he played. He played some kind of brass instrument. And I was like, that's the best name for a ferret. Scout.
So the person who owned them played the brass instrument, not the ferret itself.
No, the ferret itself didn't play a brass instrument.
A little tiny trumpet.
That would be amazing. I've got to say, that would be pretty incredible.
A trumpet.
A trumparrot.
Trumpet. Yeah, there we go.
A ferrum. But yeah, I also love cats and potoos, which are amazing birds. If you guys don't know what a potoo is, please look up potoo, P-O-T-O-O.
Okay.
And flamingos.
Oh yeah, you love flamingos.
I love flamingos. They've got lizard eyes.
Aline dropped in and said, "I'm working in a swimsuit. How is everything?"
Otherwise, it's love cats.
With the names Bones, Minnie, and Oreo. Nice. Must be nice having like a number of cats to interact with one another. Like they could probably play together and.
Yeah, they do. They play. They fight. Oh no, Aline, that's the worst. I hate that. Anytime anything hurts with my boob, I'm like, no! It's like paranoia, but also it is something that you need to like be on the lookout for. Yeah, no, flamingos are awesome. I mean, that's what's wrong with you, that you exercised and now you have muscle pains.
Just trying to keep up with what people are saying.
Sipping tea on a Tuesday morning, making Daddy laugh with my lines.
Aline is like bearing all at the moment. Also, yesterday night, I was washing a paintbrush and then I proceeded to put toothpaste on it.
Did you then try and brush your teeth with the paintbrush? Or did you attempt to paint with the toothpaste? Because this would go one of two ways.
I was about to brush my teeth with it when I went like, wait.
This is not my toothbrush. It's a different kind of brush.
Ahmed asks, how do I know that something I make is funny? That's a good question.
Yeah, show it to people and see if they laugh.
Yeah, like if you find it funny, then that's a good test, and then show it to others and see. It depending on their sense of humor. Not all humor is universal.
Yeah, and if you don't want to wait to actually animate something fully, because that takes a very long time, then do it in storyboard form and see if that makes people laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? But yeah, that's hard. I never really know if something I do is funny until I show it to people. Sometimes it makes me laugh and no one else. And I'm like, okay. I guess I was just working on this for too long. Aww. Look, it's a Doig bear.
Yeah. Although that picture could potentially be updated because I did draw a bear persona, I guess.
Yeah, a bear soda. Hey Steiny, good morning, how are you doing? Guten Morgen.
What Bunyan says, the person I'm collaborating with is pretty cool. You might like their stuff. I'm pretty sure you said their name above. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it. I'm going to miss too much. So, yeah, let us know who it is and link them. Let us.
Can they link in YouTube chat?
Well, give us enough information to search it ourselves.
That's cool. Collaborations are really fun. I think more people should do collaborations with one another and just in general. I'm working on a collaboration right now and it's awesome.
Unknown. We watched Your Name when it had a cinema release around Ireland, and it is honestly one of the best cinema experiences I've ever had. just the feeling of like well, not so much tension but anticipation amongst all of the people in the room was great. Like watching, do you remember watching Your Name in Cineworld?
Yeah.
It was so cool.
The thing is, like with anime, whenever I show anyone anime, I'm generally worried about what they're going to think about it, because I know there's a lot of shorthands that are used in Japanese animation that it takes kind of being a fan of anime or having followed it for a while to actually understand properly what's happening. Like there's a lot of actions or facial expressions that people make that aren't familiar to a lot of people who don't know anime very well.
I.e. her parents.
Yeah, so I'm always like a little worried. But when we went to see it, like every single person who was there in the audience was there because they were into anime and like were a fan of it and knew what they were getting into. So everyone was completely on board from the beginning. And the audience interaction was great because there were like gasps of surprise and there were like ripples of laughter through when there were funny bits and stuff. And it was like felt really nice to watch it with like hundreds of people who were all just also having a great time watching it. Like I haven't seen a lot of anime in cinema, so I haven't had the experience a whole lot. It was really nice. Oh no, and I think I did cry.
Yeah, me too. Their name is Foxtrot, the person they're collaborating with. Awesome.
Foxtrot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alpha Bravo, Charlie,
Foxtrot.
Delta. What's E?
Echo.
Echo, Foxtrot.
Space Dad asked about which film it was. It was Your Name. Hardik says something in Japanese.
Thanks, Hardik. Let's
Hardik,
read it.
do not read. What are you saying?
I'm saying I'm gonna bring up Google Translate.
Who's sending secret messages?
Translate.
My father said, "Be an actor, my son, but be a comical one." I
think he's saying Kimi no Nawa, which might be the name of Your Name in Japanese.
Oh, so fancy.
But it translates to "you do the."
You do the. I do the. Do you do the?
See you, Steiny.
Bye bye, Steiny. Good night. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. We'll catch you soon.
Abibobabi says, "Hey! Just want to say, you're a big inspiration to me."
Aw, Abibo Babe, thank you.
Just say it again.
Abibo Babe.
Abibo Babi. Maybe it's Abibo Babi.
That's super cool of you.
Thank you. That's a lot of vowels one after the other.
Yeah,
I like it.
Abibo Babi.
Abibo Babi.
It's fun to say. It's really fun to say.
It kind of when you do that, it sounds like computer tone.
Abibo Babi.
Abibo Babi.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Stop saying
a little deeper now.
It's fun.
A little deeper.
No.
A little deeper. Abibo Babi.
Well, Vernon says Jack Stalber's music is amazing. I stopped him. I haven't heard of Jack Stalber before. I might have heard his music though, and just not know the name of the person. That happens a lot. Like I know songs but not musicians. Ha ha ha, save Dan. Ha ha ha.
We still need to see the breadwinner.
We do, yeah.
Unknown typed it into the chat again.
Oh no. This is an excuse to say it again.
Swift, swing for us like you used to back in the 30s, says Emma.
There you go. I did do some swinging. Back in my day, I used to swing every Saturday night.
How does Krita handle sound files? Previously, they used to only accept WAVs because they couldn't decode anything that was compressed, but that might have changed since Krita 4, so you'd need to ask Tibbs, who might be around.
Tibbs is the resident Krita expert. She knows all about Krita. But yeah, I think I tried importing an MP4 once and it does strange things, but WAVs seem to work just fine.
Yeah, there was a point where you tried to import either, did you say an MP4?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the timeline skewed.
Yeah, it decided it was going to start the clip 30 frames into the animation. I couldn't figure out why.
I think you were pleased, Emma, with your shooby boo baps.
Okay, good. I aim to please. This is what I came for. The shooby boba. Yes. We should call ourselves the swing stream instead.
There is no music playing on the stream. That's fine. We'll go musicless. We're entertaining enough, right? Right?
Well, I mean, I think music might help with the ambiance. The ambiance. Think of it like potpourri, but for your ears.
Potpourri isn't really a background scent, though, is it?
A background scent. It's meant to be. Good potpourri.
Your candle is definitely not a background scent. I really like it. Can we get more of those?
Yeah. This is why I get it.
Yeah.
I like to get myself scented candles to have next to me when I work because it relaxes me a little bit to smell something nice while I'm on tight deadlines.
We were wandering around the store yesterday and I was just like picking up stuff and then it just sort of like tries to like sneak up behind me and stab the candle into the yeah.
Succeed.
You didn't succeed. It wasn't like a stealth drop or anything.
It was very stealthy.
And I just kind of looked at it and was just like, what's that? She was like, it's a cat.
I thought that if I told him it was a cat, he might be okay with taking it home.
Right, I see. She picked up a stray candle in the store and asked if we could adopt it. And then she brought it home and burned it.
And set it on fire. As I do all the things I love. It's nice though.
Yeah, okay. I'm up for that, Emma. Let's see if we can find some Skyrim.
Ooh.
It's 3.5 hours long. I like the...
They should do like a frisky Skyrim.
A frisky Skyrim?
Yeah. You know, like the lusty Argonian maid. That's a book in Skyrim which is more like a cheesy romance bawdy novel than anything else. But you know, there's a song called The Dragonborn Comes and we could...
the Dragonborn Comes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Well done.
Oh, Unknown is off. See you, Unknown. And hello, World C. Nice name.
Yeah, hello.
Roxanne knows all the references.
Yeah, Aline rightfully said, if you want me to understand you, you'll have to write full sentences. I'm unable to catch random references, I'm not nearly educated enough. That is also that is also a point. If you write like the name of something and then say, what do you think of that, in a separate message, and the original message is like further up, it takes me more brain power to know what you're talking about.
That's true.
Than if you're like, this animated film, what do you think of it? Because then I can read the whole thing as a whole.
Yeah, I guess I have a problem doing that too. Like, I tend to do that. I like breaking my sentences up into phrasing. So I'm like, hey, new one, what do you think of, new one, this?
Yeah, there's more nuance to that, certainly, but one requires constant looking at the chat and one requires careful grazing.
For a second I thought you were referring to yourself as one. One requires you to write in complete sentences for one to understand.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Lord Doig spoken. Ooh, SB was sketching his interpretations of Star Wars characters in Charles Schultz style.
Is Charles Schultz the one who did Snoopy?
It might be. I'm not sure. SB, confirm or deny. That sounds really fun. So.
Oh, sure. Oh, wow. None of that's coming through.
Oh, Unknown, thank you so much. That's awesome of you. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. It was scary to put that up. So it's been really comforting that people have been really supportive and nice about it.
How's that volume-wise, Emma?
Just trying to make him look like he's laughing. Why is it so hard? Why is it so difficult, guys? Don't understand. That's a little bit better. Still requires me to go into every frame and adjust them all.
So far, sketching Vice Admiral Holdo with her scowl is fun in Peanuts, Schultz's fashion. Yeah, I got it.
You were right.
Is Vice Admiral Holdo the one that says, "It's a trap"? Probably not. I don't know characters.
I don't think so. I don't think so, no.
I don't know Star Wars as well as I could.
That's okay, don't worry.
True facts about me. I never saw Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi until I was at least 22 years old.
I thought you were going to say till you met me.
No, we've never watched those films together.
Yeah, I remember trying to get you to. I remember being like, we should do a Star Wars marathon and watch all of them in order.
Would that have been prequels first and then original trilogy?
Yeah.
And then new trilogy?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the latest one either.
I haven't, yeah. No, I haven't either.
Should we put ourselves through 8 movies?
I don't know anymore. You know, the new ones haven't really captured my imagination.
No. Trapman is Admiral Akbar. I see.
That's the one.
She's in the latest movie. Purple hair and halo looking headpiece. I might not.
I guess people haven't seen the latest movie. Oh no, it didn't send on Discord. It didn't send Discord? Wobunion. I'm trying to decipher. One sec. Boba-doba-dope. Boba-doba-dope. Wobunion said, so I'm going to draw that now. One requires. But it didn't send Discord.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Hardy, You never watched any Star Wars, you're probably never going to. I mean, I would probably recommend watching the old ones because they're really fun. You know, they have lots of cheesy practical effects as well, and puppets and things. And it's an awesome space adventure.
Emlith rightfully says, I mean, the first 3 movies are the only ones worth watching for the experience, and the prequels for learning what not to do when writing characters.
Pretty much.
If you've ever heard Ian McKaig's version of episode 3, where effectively they had to really come up with their own narratives for the film because of the way that George Lucas works, like...
What is the original narrative for episode 3? Is it the one where Anakin's just being all angsty all the time?
Yeah, effectively
because he thinks that the one he loves is going to die, so he's like, I'm just going to be a pain in the ass constantly now.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a really cool scene where in the kind of concept artist's version, Padme has to decide. In that version, she was holding a knife behind her back, and she was torn and conflicted between her love for Anakin and the monster he's becoming.
She was gonna just knife him.
Yeah, she had to choose, and that would be a really cool pivotal scene for both of them.
It would have been pretty cool.
But no.
No.
The first movies were basically saved in the editing too, right? Yeah, they had to heavily take out a whole bunch of material and scenes that they had that was effectively just exposition from the start of episode 4.
Oh right, so this is the new movies.
I think what occurred in the prequels was George Lucas was given more or gave himself more rope.
Okay.
And effectively hung himself with it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that always sucks.
But yeah, the editors had to do a lot.
I think people in general don't understand how much editors do, and how much they affect things. Like one of my pet peeves with reality TV is that it's never really reality, because the stories there's a phrase which is the stories told in the edit.
Yeah.
That editors have among themselves and people in TV production have, which is 100% true. You shoot a lot of footage, and then you decide what your story's going to be, and you choose the footage, and you skew the footage to be that story. You know, you want to show this angst between two people, find a close-up shot of one of them looking like they're sneering, and put it as a reaction shot after the other person said something.
Yeah.
Like so much of it is constructed to be more, to be more dramatic, to make people want to watch it. Which is fun and fine, just so long as people understand they're watching fiction.
Unknown what do you guys think about concept art in video games?
Ooh. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's quite a broad question.
Some of the best concept artists work in computer games. It's difficult to get into it though, because so many people are so good.
I think also there's a misconception of concept art for video games as being like there's a crossover mix between promotional art and concept art. Like from a point of view of marketing, they'll post a piece or they'll show a piece as like, this is concept art for this product. Whereas it was probably more from the end of the road where it's like here's promotional art for this product.
Yeah, so people will say, can you do us something for a poster? Something to advertise a game? And concept artist would be like, yeah, we'll do something awesome.
Yeah.
But then that's not necessarily concept art, because concept art is
really broad.
pre-production.
Yeah.
It's done to try and present ideas to people before the ideas are made, to figure out if they would work, if they would look awesome, try and sell the ideas.
Yeah, you literally not see about 80% concept art for a project.
That's why art of books are so good.
Yeah, when you delve into the art of books, that's when you see all the kind of precursor work to character designs or that sort of thing.
But it's great. Like, even though it's difficult to get into AAA game concept art, there's a lot of great indie companies popping up, and the concept art for them is equally as impressive.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Space Dad says one day I think Disney is going to put on an official version of the Phantom edit on the prequel trilogy to improve and re-release them with better storytelling. That'd be interesting. I'd be interested to see what Disney would do with it, like what they would edit. I don't think there's a way for them to win, to be honest. I think a lot of hardcore Star Wars fans will be annoyed with them, even though the majority of hardcore Star Wars fans aren't fans of the prequel films either.
I was watching a video recently, and I can't remember what the actual video was about, because this person, when they were editing things, they were talking about one subject but using surrounding information about other films, and I watched like 5 of them in succession. However, they highlighted one of the better parts of the Phantom Menace. It was the last fight scene with Darth Maul. But there's a particular point where the shields come up and the 3 of them can't fight.
Yes.
And each one of them reacts to not being able to fight differently.
Yes.
Like Darth Maul paces.
You know, that is
like in a cage.
Out of the entire movie, that's the scene I remember the most.
Yeah.
Because that was my favourite scene.
And like Darth Maul paces like a caged animal waiting to fight. Qui-Gon Jinn, he's like sedate, sitting,
he
patient.
kneels down and puts his lightsaber down and like closes his eyes, and you're like, no, what are you doing?
And Obi-Wan's further back, and he's like, oh, I gotta go. And I think the point this person made was, this is one of the best characterizations in the movie. And he made an assumption and a theory that scene, because it was in the middle of the choreographed fight scene, he was like, that was probably the choreographer for the fight wrote that scene.
Oh, okay.
And took the characters and was like, okay, what would make a dramatic part of this fight?
Okay.
And the storytelling was stronger because of it.
Did it ever get confirmed?
I don't know, but I think it's a really interesting theory.
Yeah, because I wouldn't know. Like, I don't know if it's the fight choreographer or the storyboarder. The thing is, there are always multiple people working on the writing for these things. It's never written by one person. And so you can have a writing team where some scenes are very weak and some scenes are stronger, because there's a mixture of voices every time, and sometimes different voices win out. Yeah,
well, the way that development happened on the prequels for Star Wars was they had the concept artists and illustrators kind of working together, and they worked off the loosest information that George Lucas would give them to create and craft like the world building aspects of it. And they worked for a couple of years doing this, and every so often he would drop maybe another plot point or something, but it was very, very loose.
Yeah.
So they would just come up with their own stuff.
Yeah. Which is good, I think. That's good. One thing that I was told by a writer for films is that people often don't know how many people are involved in the writing of a film, and they assume that the writer is the sole writer. But in actual fact, in film.
Alright, yeah.
But in actual fact, there's 20 to 30 other writers often. I forgot what they were called. They might have been called ghostwriters, but I might be confusing that with something else.
I think that's usually when
Script doctors. That's what they're called.
script doctors.
Script
right?
doctors, and they are not credited anywhere, but they do rewrites. I don't know why they're not credited. It seems crazy to me that they're not credited.
They're probably somewhere in the end credits, but yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to know exactly what to attribute to who.
Yeah, since it's such a collaborative medium.
Yeah, because there are so many hands involved, there are so many fingers in the pie.
Well, I think because of the auteur mentality and promotion, names become valuable when they're attached to things. So when this person is credited as writing this film, and they have been credited of writing previous films that were successful, then the name carries the film as well. So it's like this person from the writer of da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, to sell the film rather than because they necessarily had the strongest hand.
That might just be the cynic's view of it, but it's definitely part of why that name will carry forward.
Yeah, the Star Wars comics look cool, says Unknown. I haven't seen them, but I bet they are. There was a Transformers comic that I saw that looked pretty cool too. Yeah, Space said, I agree that it would be nice to have more of those moments dotted throughout the entirety of the films. I do think it was a really good scene for characterization.
Yeah.
But they should have had way more of them. That would have been great. And the one thing that really stood out for me was the fact that it was a show don't tell moment.
Yes.
Like there was no dialogue. That was all just the characters acting.
Yeah.
So many people think that character arcs have to be explained in the dialogue. It has to be someone saying something to show you how they've changed, but just the way they act very much shows you how they've changed.
I think there's a tendency sometimes to overwrite dialogue for things in order to sort of safety catch people that might not click on the show part.
Oh, by the way, yeah, Unknown, Hollow Knight is great. You should definitely pick up if you can. It's a good game. We really enjoyed it.
It's an amazing game.
And hello, Blood Ocean, welcome back. How are you doing?
Oh.
I've never seen FB, Disney's early concepts for Maleficent. What are they like? Shubba-dubba-dub-dub.
The prequel that everyone wanted was Obi-Wan being discovered and trained by Yoda, and we didn't get that in Phantom Menace. We got garbage with trade blocking.
Yeah, the important thing everyone wanted to know about. I do think the Phantom Menace himself is such a good design.
Well, the Phantom Menace isn't Darth Maul.
Sorry, Darth Maul then. Darth Maul I think is an incredible design.
Yeah, Ian McKay.
He's so good. Like, that's one of the main things I remember from the movie. Like, he's iconic.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a shame that he really, like...
He does nothing.
He does a couple of things in the movie. Like, he does a really important thing in the movie. But he's really not used.
Yeah, underutilized. For
yeah,
sure.
And he's such a great design.
Like, that fight scene and that moment where he's, like, pacing is most of his character.
Yeah. His design is iconic enough that the way he was used in the film didn't live up to the way he looked.
Hence why he has so many like books and stuff written about him now.
Yeah, good.
Hey Tyler.
Good morning, Tyler. Yeah, SB, I know how evil she looks with her menacing horn headdress and her green skin. This is Maleficent. What are we chatting about? I do know.
I have not seen this.
In the other concept, she looked more like a stereotypical alien mixed with a witch from the 1950s. Green skin, antennae, and a dress. Wow. Antennae, that's so weird. Like, the horns make so much more sense, especially when she turns into a dragon.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, the horns were like foreshadowing for this. Let's squash him even more. I didn't see early Ratchet Unknown, but I saw that you were talking about the Ratchet and Clank concept art earlier, and I do love those character designs. Like, the concept art for that game just looked really, really cool. Oh, really?
That's interesting.
Yeah, we were just reading, I think we're both reading the same thing. Space Dad saying Ian McKay says that the design Lucas picked for Darth Maul wasn't his choice, and the few other Darth Maul designs that were shown in the art books looked way better than the dude in makeup look. That's super interesting because I love the Darth Maul design so much. I'd be really interested to see what the other ones were like.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. I mean, I still like George Lucas's films a lot, but I have no clue what he's like to work with or how much of them are down to him. Like you were saying, like, film is such a collaborative medium. It's really hard to see where one person ends and the other person begins. Oh, SB, I do remember this. I remember seeing this, that Maleficent's robes once red.
Really?
Bright red, like a devil.
Oh.
Yeah, and the black and purple and green look is so iconic to her now. Like, it's totally her colour scheme.
Yeah.
Like, you can imagine that everything she turns into has that colour scheme, a bit like Madam Mim. But everything she turns into is like purple and pink.
Yeah.
So interesting. I wonder how different films would be if just different concept art had been chosen. You know, different designs had won.
Like, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, whether how different the feel of the movies would be if everything else was the same, but some of the designs that had been chosen were different.
Would the impact of the villain like have a domino effect on everything else, sort of thing?
Yeah. Is there a design that would make Jar Jar less annoying? Just by visually giving her a different design?
Well, I don't think Jar Jar's visual design is
I think
at all. I think it's,
no, but I do think that you can temper things with visuals.
So if they had given him an even more outlandish comedic look, it might have matched better, or
maybe, or if they made him more adorable. I don't know. Either way, I agree with you. I think the writing and the sound, like the voice actor, are probably the main reason he's annoying. But I do think it's interesting to take things and temper them with the art to be different, and then see how much of a difference it makes to the way they're seen.
yeah. Okay, I want that to
Remember me. Ba ba bum bum bum. Remember me. Do do Unknown says, how to fix Jar Jar. Number 1, get a gun.
Oh.
Poor Jar Jar. I haven't seen the Clone Wars art book, but I'd love to. Yeah, SB, I love Marvelous Madam Mim as well. She's great. Marvelous Madam Mim. I feel like she was a role model for me. That movie is really interesting, Sword in Stone. It's like a very chill movie with not much of a narrative drive. The characters just kind of wandering around for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Getting to know each other better. Which is kind of nice in a way.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, there's no, we have to go and save this person or fix this or collect these. It's just like, and now it's winter. What are they up to now?
I really like Archimedes in that.
Oh yeah, he's great.
What? So good. So Wabanin, yeah, you're looking to get an invite to the Discord, I'm guessing. Do you have an email address / a Twitter? If you contact them in either of those, I'll send you an invite link.
Sleepy, sleepy. Jar Jar could be fixed by making him into a Jackie Chan type character who can fight but keeps getting comically overwhelmed. I do love me some Jackie Chan fights. And now we're in a chair factory. What's he gonna do here?
Fight with chairs? Did I get it right?
It's the most entertaining thing about those fights is just like, how is he gonna use the props here? I love the boarding on those. I suppose it wasn't boarding though. Like, it would totally just have been Jackie Chan being like, okay, so this is how this fight's gonna go.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, so good. So good. SB is doing Madam Mim quotes. She is great.
I do that all the time. What? All the time.
Guys, who's your favourite character from movies? And I know that's an extremely broad question. It doesn't have to be animated. But tell me who your favourite character is from movies. Can be live action or animated. Do you have one, Mike?
My favourite character from
movies.
Okay, well, it might now be controversial, but it's always been Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, that's fine. Like, I think he's an awesome character.
Fucking amazing character.
Very well played in that movie. Like,
and only that movie.
I know, yeah, very true. He's great in that one movie, and none of the others.
Well, that movie, that character wasn't written to be that character.
Yeah.
That he's like an improv version of that character, and then every subsequent character is a parody of him.
Or a homage, more like. Because they were trying to do it sincerely, but yeah, from then on they were trying to write him. Yeah. And that's when it all started going wrong.
Well, in the future plots he's taken from being a supporting character to being like
the
main character or protagonist, and he doesn't really work in that role. He's supposed to be the oddball, the one on the outskirts.
Yes.
Like in Pirates of the Caribbean, the Elizabeth and Will, they are your main characters. They're your thrust of the plot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the thing, is that Jack Sparrow's always just taking advantage of other people's situations.
Yeah,
if he's the centre of the situations, then it feels less like he's playing off the cuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good character to choose.
Ah, that's fair enough, Bob. I mean, that makes sense.
Onion. Ooh. Hey, Mark! Yo! Mark O'Kelly says, Miss Frisbee in Secret of Nim. Today one of my favourites. Yeah, she's fantastic. I completely understand her being terrified all the time. She's a really strong character too, though. Like, she pushes forward despite fear.
Who's this one? Oh, Miss Frisbee.
Miss Frisbee.
I can't tell if this is going to be too distracting.
What is it?
The Glim.
Yeah, I think it takes away from the danger a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, what's that thing? Is that evil and after her too?
Yeah. Maybe I could have it bouncing around in the background here rather than over here where everything else is happening.
Maybe it's better just not to have it. Like, you could always put it over on the left, like next to the writing.
Let's see what this looks like.
SP says, oh Swift, why do you challenge me so? I'd say Maleficent, Blue Diamond from Steven Universe, Galadriel, Gandalf, Smaug, and Count Dooku. It's pretty good choices.
I was reading through this just in case that they also said Saruman, because that would have been 2 for Christopher. Oh gosh.
Are you okay?
Yeah, my brain was like, Christopher Reeve? No.
I don't know the names of actors, dude, so I'm not going to be able to help you out at all.
The guy who plays...
I don't know the names of actors. You can tell me what character he was, and I might know the character name, but I won't know the actor name.
Well, do you know Saruman?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know the actor name.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the chat will tell you.
Probably. Lee. There. I was like, Christopher Reeve. No, that's wrong. Yeah, it's Christopher Lee.
Okay.
Who's an amazing human being.
And Don says, one punch!
One punch!
One punch, one fatal blow! Hello, Buffy.
Hello, Bubbles.
Come in, my love.
You're finally on the Buffy cam.
Come in and say hello to the stream.
Just sit in that sunlight. Oh, I really love how putting the camera down that low and the contrast, like there's just this glowing white part of the floor.
That's our special warp floor that we used to get around.
Hello. Hello. You gonna give me a head bump? Oh, a leg bump.
Aww.
I know. Take care, SB.
Hey there.
She's so glowy.
Hey there. Oh, give it a stretch. Oh, ah. Sonic the Hedgehog's one of my favourite characters.
And why is Sonic the Hedgehog one of your favourite characters?
Because he's so cool. He's the fastest thing alive.
He's the fastest thing alive.
He's funny and brave and kind, but also sarcastic and self-absorbed.
Stop describing yourself, India.
Oh, so flattered to be described as akin to Sonic the Hedgehog.
You've based your life on him.
I have. My entire development as a child was based around Sonic the Hedgehog. I will say that I do understand that he's a very crap character now. Time has not been kind to Sonic the Hedgehog.
To Sonic's character development.
No. In fact, you could say that every single consecutive thing that's come out has made him a worse character. I don't know where her beeps have gone. Hey Buffy, where are your beeps at?
Where are your beeps at, Buffy?
Where are your beeps at? That was Mike.
I know, but I'm trying to instigate. She tends to honk when you look at her.
Or when she's hungry.
No.
But I think she was just looking for affection and loneliness.
Oh yeah, she just wants a pet.
Hey! There you go.
I've been really distracted this morning.
You have, it's terrible.
Remember
me. When I hold you in my arms, remember me.
Sonic was too cool not to be obsessed with.
Yes, I agree. Thank you.
Did you guys ever, when you're in a car, traveling down like a long stretch of road, imagine something
like a demon appearing in the middle of the road?
No. No.
And saying, "Play the best song in the world, or I'll eat your soul."
No. India, stop subverting my joke.
Sorry. Continue.
Well, it wasn't a joke. It was my story. You little story thief person. Anyway, you stole my stuff. Anyway, yeah. Did you ever imagine watching something running as fast as the car and jumping on different obstacles and things?
You know I did.
I know you did. I know.
Yes. It's a fun game to play when you're stuck in a car with nothing to do. And do you know who it was? Sonic.
Yeah, I imagine Sonic as well, and I want to know if that's also a shared thing amongst people that are not us.
Mm-hmm. Who else imagined Sonic running by their car when they were a kid and jumping off stuff?
There was a Tumblr post about this, says Abby. Really?
What's there? That's awesome. It's just like a thing that people do.
Doig had talked about the same thing last year when I showed a Sonic doodle. Fine, I'm just regurgitating my own life experiences.
Oh my gosh, you're going in a cycle. That's it. You see, a year on YouTube, and now we're just going to repeat the same thing again.
Yeah, screw you regulars with memories.
There you are, you see.
But, okay, there's a Tumblr post. Maybe I already
find
knew
it.
A Tumblr post. Bod is also speaking in third person.
Space Dad, I do agree that every single time that they write Sonic, he's just terrible. He's just terrible. But I do enjoy the Sonic that AM series, and he speaks in that. But he's great in that. And the reason he's great in that is because he has a straight man to
play off against.
Yeah.
Is that what's her name?
Sally Acorn, yes.
Sally Acorn.
They have a kind of... They have chemistry, and at the end of the series they get together, or they kiss at least. But it's not like a massive thing all the way through, and it doesn't feel too weird. But the point is that she doesn't take his bullshit, and that's really funny. Like, it's hilarious to see Sonic get called out on stuff constantly, and to see them like quip back and forth and try and kind of outsmart one another, because they'll try and get one over on one another constantly. It's great. It's really, really fun to watch. And the other characters also have great banter back and forth with Sonic.
It's interesting. You could argue that that series goes a little grimdark.
Well,
like
when you watch it, it looks like you're watching an animated Star Wars or something. Like, the backgrounds for that show are crazy. Like,
yeah,
they're awesome. Yeah, the animation itself is pretty not fantastic, but it's watchable, and I like the writing a lot. But yeah, and I love Nicole as well. Nicole's great.
See the rabbit?
No.
Yeah.
Although I do like Bunny Rabbit a lot as well.
Is her name Bunny Rabbit?
Bunny Rabbit, yeah.
Oh my god.
Nicole is a computer that Sally has, and Sonic keeps trying to teach her how to talk like a regular person, but Nicole doesn't understand because she's a computer. So there's some great interactions between Sonic and Nicole, where he's like trying to get her to say things like "right on," and then Sally's like discovering later that Nicole's programming's been changed and getting really annoyed about it.
Right on. That's great. Hello, Buffy. Hello.
I'm getting signals from all over and they're messing me up.
Oh, I got a little head bump. Yeah. Head bump. No.
Oh, that's interesting. You don't think the added characters feel like they're in the Sonic universe? I guess I never had that problem. I always felt like the characters all felt like they fit really nicely together. They have great banter off one another. The designs are all like appealing and fit together. I'd say it doesn't fit with the computer games, but I think it's actually a really cool, compelling story in itself, because it's like, well, what would happen if Dr. Robotnik won and took over the world?
Yeah. And
so Sonic had to fight kind of from a resistance or from a rebel standpoint, with the odds stacked against them. Really cool concept. But yeah, I always felt the characters fit really well together. The designs sit neatly together in my opinion, and the banter they have with one another is both friendly and fun to watch. Unknown ascended. Well, congratulations.
Hey Grog. And hello Tibbs.
Ah, studying too late, Tibbs. What were you studying? You didn't miss much, I'm just talking about Sonic, as usual.
Unknown says, I find this very weird and strange live stream. I wonder how our live streams, because I don't watch many other live streams, I wonder how ours compares to other art streams or anything like that.
Yeah, it might be a little bit more chill. I don't know, to be honest.
I think live streams work better when you have multiple presenters, multiple people talking to one another at the same time.
Yeah.
And trying to interact with the chat. Like this feels more podcasty in a way, which I think that's why there's this. Hello. See, this is a three individual. I didn't want to say 3-man team because two of the men are, one's a cat and one's you. whatever you are.
That person.
Yeah, and I couldn't say 3-person thing because she's well, okay, Buffy's a person too.
Cats are people too.
That's what Michael likes.
Yes, clones aren't people, but cats are people.
Yeah, cats are totally people. You're a person, aren't you, Buffy? You're a person. Yeah, hello.
Tibbs, don't you Sonic Underground me. Oh, that's interesting. Space Dad is saying that he doesn't feel like anything in the Sat AM series was unique to the games. I mean, apart from it being Sonic and him being, like, solving a lot of problems with his speed. I think the appeal for me was the characters, though, Space Dad. Like, even though you could take other characters and maybe replace them, the fact that it was Sonic, and Sonic was acting like Sonic. Like, it was fleshing out the games for me in a cool way. And I think it worked much better than any of the other series that I've seen.
Hardik says, your streams are definitely a ton better than the people who teach real animation training and not some kids' playground game.
What even?
I don't know what you're referencing.
We're going to teach you how to do real animation here.
Oh,
not
yeah.
that fake animation where you pretend to do, and I don't even know what fake animation is. I guess when you sit at a light box and you're like, I'm doing it, and then you don't do anything.
You'd be such a great shit teacher.
I was a great shit teacher.
I know you weren't. You're an amazing teacher.
I was an amazing shit teacher. I was a shit teacher. I'm sorry, all my students. I didn't know how to be a teacher. I just wanted to be everyone's friend.
Hey, do you not realize that I'm teaching you how to do ball bounces and run cycles and parallax and I don't know what the gun's doing other than I don't know.
Oh, I do love the Sonic CD animated cutscenes, Space Dad. Like, they are amazing, and they make Sonic move and feel the way that I wanted him to. But I will say that I'm, like, the Sonic Mania cutscenes, I'm not such a big fan of, you know? Not the cutscenes, sorry, the promotional animations. The animation is beautiful. I love the way they draw Sonic. I love the way they draw all the characters. I love the animation so much. But the world is just like, it feels too video gamey to me.
Which world is this?
The world of Sonic Mania animations. It doesn't quite work for me as an actual story.
Right.
As an animation. And yeah. I feel like the sound design, the sound effects feel awkward and strange sometimes, and the music isn't as well integrated with the sound effects as it could be, to the point where sometimes it's just like silence and it feels a bit weird, and then there's like these really weird gamey sound effects over this really beautiful hand-drawn animation, and it just feels odd.
Yeah. And
the way that the characters don't speak but make noises feels weird to me.
I've only seen the first short. No, I saw the one with Knuckles. Like, they're beautifully animated.
Like, it feels like they should either maybe not make noises, or they should just say something every now and then. I don't know, does a weird thing where they obviously show they have the capacity to talk,
but it's like they're choosing not to.
Just don't, yeah.
Right. Interesting.
Like, it makes sense if it's to music all the way through, because then it feels more like a Mickey Mouse short or something.
Yeah.
Where it's more like it's a thing to music and the music's showing the emotions.
I think that's why the trailer worked so well.
Yeah, but when it's little bits of music and stings and then silence with the odd game sound effect, it feels weird to have them just walking around silently. But I do love the way that they look. Like, Sonic has never looked better, I don't think. Yeah, and also like the Sat AM one. Yeah.
I mean, India's got Tyson Hess's illustrated poster in the background there.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys can see it.
It's amazing.
Although,
I love the way he draws Sonic so much. But no one thought it was a demon ritual. I don't know. Oh my goodness, my restream hasn't been scrolling down. And this is like so much. Let's see. Subtitles studying anime. There's a program that turns subtitles into flashcards. Oh, that's great. So I can take every sentence from an anime and compare the Japanese sub, the English sub, and the audio. That's great. Yes, Space said I really liked Bukio Hair, the game. I thought that was no, not the game. I'm thinking about that game with the green rabbit. That's not Bukio Hair, but yeah, I loved Bukio Hair, the series. The characters look really weird looking.
They got a grit to them. I like them.
But I really enjoyed it. I used to watch that all the time.
Is it Dead Eye Duck?
Dead Eye Duck. What,
Yeah,
from?
Bukio Hair.
Yeah, from Bukio Hair.
I
Yeah.
loved him.
Let's see.
Oh, hey, Retro Rhino. You finally get to catch a stream. Thank you. Yeah, the work's going okay. A little distracted, but I'm trying to get a little light being all like.
Yeah, they are really well made on a visual level, Mark. I love the way they look. Hey, Retro Rhino, welcome!
The people that come in and they're like, oh man, I finally get to catch a stream, it makes me wonder just how many people are just like, oh, I wish I could watch them live.
I'm kind of known as asking if we've seen the Sonic OVA. We have. I made Michael watch it. Because it's hilarious in the worst way.
Is the Sonic OVA the one with the shut up Tails line?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my favourite Sonic line ever.
Shut up Tails.
In the Sonic movie, which you guys should probably watch. And if you do watch it with popcorn and friends, or with drinks, or something.
Something to take away the pain.
It's not a good film, but it is hilarious in a really bad way. All the voices, they sound like they all have colds, and you can barely tell what they're saying some of the time. The lines are very strangely delivered, and there's a great. My favourite line in it is Tails is in trouble, and is presumably needs saving, and he shouts for Sonic, his friend, to help. Sonic is sunbathing. Sonic just chooses not to reply to him. And upon Tails' repeated screams for help because he's in trouble, Sonic raises his sunglasses and screams at Tails to shut up. It's great. And there's an anime girl in it with cat ears, I think. And Knuckles has a cowboy hat and can fly everywhere. Not just glide, but actually just flat out hover around in the air. Metal Sonic's in it, and there's a great kind of who's the real Sonic, who's the real monster here theme to it, a bit like Terminator. It seems to follow the plot of Escape from New York pretty close. Oh, it's a good time. It's a good time. Yeah, Mark, it's a good movie. How bad is the new Sonic movie? I don't know. I haven't seen the new Sonic movie. Is there a new Sonic movie?
Well, there's one currently in development.
Yeah,
but
the one where Jim Carrey is rumoured to be Robotnik.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it. I guess I'll see when it comes out.
I really think that they should stop trying to make the films more appealing and accessible by adding a human element to them.
But Robotnik is human.
Stop. No, I mean adding live action actors.
Oh, yes. I agree.
Please stop.
But I'm hoping that Jim Carrey is playing him. Like, as a voice actor.
Yeah. But that's going to be even stranger if it's like live action humans and a CG animated Robotnik.
Well, I wasn't thinking that all the humans would be live action and Robotnik would be animated. I was thinking that it would just be animated and Robotnik would be played by Jim Carrey. Why are you shaking your head at me?
No, I think there's like live action actors.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like Sonic is in the real world type scenario. Yeah.
Why? Why?
They're doing
Stop.
a Smurfs.
Stop. Please. Take me to Mobius. You know, the planet that Sonic is from. Where Robotnik's like the only human, please. I don't know, make it cartoony. Make it a cartoon. Don't do that. It's gonna be weird.
I just want a photo of you like chained to a railing with the sign "Take me to Mobius."
Take me to Mobius.
Outside a studio. No.
Take me back.
Take me to Mobius.
Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Oh. Let me see what Eileen's been saying.
I have no idea that the chat just exploded. Funlord asks about the lines from Sonic. What about the line "Strange, isn't it?"
Strange, isn't it? I know everything you're going to do, and you know everything I'm going to do. Strange, isn't it? It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's all great. I'm going to read Eileen's questions.
Okay.
Also, hello Jeremiah. Eileen says, you know how sometimes there are phases in life where you're frustrated and or uncomfortable, and you feel like taking decisions like quitting something or moving or whatever. Yes. And sometimes those can be meaningful decisions, but sometimes it can be that you're just freaking out and dropping difficult but important stuff because of temporary doubts. I have a few friends right now who, from my point of view, are just a bit scattered or too quick to want to change when things get uncomfortable. But it's hard to know they're legitimately hurting. It's hard to know if they're legitimately hurting and could use a new start, or if they're not embracing struggle enough. How do you make decisions when you feel frustration? How do you personally distinguish pain from growing pains? Maybe it's just about getting better at listening to yourself, not lying to yourself for an easy way out. Oh my god. Please smack him for being India, yeah, gladly. There you are.
Wait, why am I getting smacked? Because I provoked you.
Yeah, because you're teasing me about it.
I didn't tease you about it. Maybe
So,
I did a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, Eileen, that's a really good point, because I am definitely someone who gets uncomfortable. I get what I call itchy feet when I stay somewhere for too long and I want to move or change scenery somehow. Doing so makes me feel like I have a fresh start, or just assuades the thought that I am stuck in a rut. By changing up the scenery, it makes me feel like I progressed somewhere, even if it's just somewhere different rather than somewhere forward from where I was previously. Knowing whether that is an escape from something or whether it's true pain, I think that maybe there's too much of a separation between those two things. Like, feeling uncomfortable because you're in the same place is a genuine form of pain that can be solved by going somewhere different. However, if that is just a plaster and you don't solve the underlying problem, then yeah, I can see how that could be hurtful. I think a lot of the time you just have to know. You have to know what you're running away from and if you're running away from something, and it's hard to tell sometimes. But generally, I'll know deep inside. I think everyone knows deep inside if they are procrastinating, or if they are putting something off or trying to run away from something. Only they can truly know. And I feel like we do all know deep inside if that's true. Like, I'll be aware if I have a big deadline on, when it is that I am doing stuff to avoid doing the deadline. Like doing the dishes, or baking biscuits, or going for a walk, or doing a shop run. I'll know when those things are me trying to run away from the work I know I've got to do. And I'll know when I just really have to do those things, and I hate being torn away from it, but I have to do them anyway. So long as the moving or the new starts don't stop you from having to do the things you have to do. I think they're healthy. If they do stop you from doing the things you have to do, if you end up saying, I couldn't hit this deadline because I had to do this, or I had to do that when you didn't, then that's harmful. Like, for example, Mike and I had to move during a deadline.
How about this? Are you running away from something or running towards something? Because if you're running towards something, that's coming from an honest place that you're seeking something that you want. That you need or that you want. But if you're running away from something, if you're provoked to change track because something behind you is like in terms of you getting itchy feet and moving, it's always moving towards another career goal or a more like narrowed field of what you thought you wanted.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just moving because I get itchy feet, and because I want that change of scenery. But I always try to make that move mean something. I always try to make the move also be a step forward in the direction I want to go. Like when Mike and I were having to move last time, which was in the middle of the deadline, and it was a pain, and we didn't want to do it because we were really busy, and moving was taking a lot of time and energy away from that because we had to keep going and looking at houses and sorting out finances and like filling in forms and stuff, which took a lot of time. I said, when we move this time, even though we're moving because we have to move and we don't necessarily want to move, we have to move somewhere which is better for freelance. Because when we first moved into this house, I had a job at Boulder, so we weren't prioritising being able to freelance. This time, we know that we're freelancing, so we have to move somewhere where the environment is good for freelancing. And we're going to be able to continue doing our morning streams, we're going to have space to work, etc. And we're very lucky that that worked out, but I always try to make the moves be a step forward, I guess. When Ian says yes, running away, running towards is a good and clear indication.
Thank you.
Croc says, hey corporate boardroom, I've got a great idea to make Sonic relatable to those kids out there. Paul Rudd. I actually think Paul Rudd would make a pretty good Sonic.
Who's Paul Rudd?
He's the guy from 40-Year-Old Virgin. Actually, a better indication is he's in Role Models as the main guy who like takes everything too seriously. He's like super negative about everything all the time. Do you remember Role Models?
Yeah.
The film about him and Sean William Scott adopting or taking in 2 kids as punishment and then getting into LARPing.
Let me Google Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I remember the film. I just can't place the face. Oh wait, it's Ant-Man. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm on board.
I suppose that was less that was probably a better film to give you.
Then Kieran's just like, Ant-Man! I'm like, thank you.
If anyone hasn't seen Role Models, it's really good. I like that movie.
I'm gonna go give Deck a knock.
Okay.
Be right back.
For it's almost time for it to be 9:30.
Oh no. You can all watch me try and walk.
Try and walk?
Yeah.
Go for it, I believe in you.
My leg is dead.
They called him Dead Leg. They called him Dead Leg. Oh my gosh, it's all so good. Yeah, I think Paul Rudd would do a good voice for Sonic if he was voicing him. Look at those legs. Yeah, Mike got legs for days. He's had legs for years. What would you do to help friends that aren't sure about their goals? Can we even do anything to help? I don't know, that's tough. Like, there's a certain point at which you can keep asking someone what their goal is and trying to help them and push them and prompt them into thinking about what they enjoy. But, like, if they're not looking inside themselves and trying to find that themselves, there's very little you can do. It's very hard to push someone into deciding something. And I know, Aline, because I feel the same as you. I feel so sure about what I want to do and where I want to go that when people aren't sure, I get kind of confused about it. And I try to help them by pushing them into deciding what it is they like and trying to find out what it is they want. But all it ever does is irritate them. I think you have to let people make their own mistakes and also their own decisions. And if they don't know what they want to do, you pushing them doesn't always help. Even though it feels very clear to us that there should be something that they really love with a fire and a passion that they can rely on and want to do. That is clear.
We need to trim the doors, I think. Oh no. Kieran asks, I'm curious what your goals are and how we can help.
Is that too Aline?
I'm not sure. Because I just got back.
Oh, or to me. Because my goals just... I'm not sure anyone can really help with them. I guess people can help by sharing my work. And letting people know about me. That I exist. I appear. I'm a person trying to do my best.
Kieran is asking both us and Aline.
Aha. I guess my goals are I want to become a really good animator and storyteller. And I want to work with people who I admire on projects I'm passionate about. Which I don't think is that much.
No, I don't think so.
Like, I would love to do my own projects at some point. You know, I guess the absolute dream is to be able to work on my own projects while supporting myself through either the Patreon or similar, which is why people sharing my work and telling people, you know, about the Patreon and stuff is super duper helpful, because even though it's not exactly taken off, it's a massive help what we have every month from the Patreon, and yes. I would love that to be able to support us properly, because there's a lot of projects I would really, really love to do, and what's more, there's a lot of projects I'd love to bring people I know onto and be able to pay them for. I don't want to hire anyone without being able to pay them, but I'd love to be able to pay some people to do some awesome animations with me that I'm really excited about, and I'm not in the position to do that at the minute.
Yeah. So
I'd love to get to that point where I could be like, I want to reanimate the opening of Skies of Arcadia in 2D animation, like properly, and I want to bring on a team of animators to do it with me, and to be able to pay them to do that.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
That game.
I think that if people are into the projects, it would help them as well, because they'll have some awesome shots in their showreel, and they'll have got paid for doing it as well, so it should support them. Ooh, and big bee just appeared outside the window. What about you, Mike?
My goals. I want to have finished Raven King as a comic, and I want to, like, at least a book of it so that I can hold it. Like, I really liked the sensation and feeling of holding Girl in the Glim, but as a collaborator on that, it was like, this feels awesome. I want this for something that I can really feel is mine. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like Girl in the Glim is ours,
and
I want to hold something and be like, I made this.
Yeah, that's a good goal. You can totally do that. Like, it's a good goal because that is kind of only dependent really on you and finding the time to do it.
Yeah, that's a very, very personal. Doig should release a colouring book. Ha. That's a personal goal.
Also, Epoch sounds fantastic. Please continue, Mike. I was just responding to the chat.
Everyone share their dream goal now. There's that. What else?
Yeah, everyone share their dream goals.
I want to be able to draw figure drawing with a level of. There's something that Insanium does that I really like, where he creates a lot of appeal in his line work. That I feel like when I draw, like especially the Bare Naked Ladies, there's always a kind of mechanical academicness to it, whereas his shapes and softness feels
natural,
and there's this, it feels sublime as a word to attribute to it. Like,
yeah.
I think he fully leans into the sexiness of his lines.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, whereas I'm kind of like hesitant to fully commit. Yeah. But I think it's just
hesitancy is part of the character. I think you would do well to let go of it and go all in at some point.
I'm a hesitator. I don't want to be.
Ooh, that's great. Karen wants to make a show that affects them as much as Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood did me. That's awesome. Like, I completely identify with that.
That's
as well.
a great goal, yeah.
Yeah, because I played Undertale a couple of years ago, and I love that game so much. And one of my goals since then has been to create something that affects people as much as Undertale affected me. So I can totally see where you're coming from with that goal. And you can totally do it. One of the things I really want to do too is I want to support other people's goals. Like, I want to help other people make the thing they want to make. Like, if I had all the money in the world, or at least enough money, like, I would love to just give Karen enough money to write his show and take the time to do that, and then be able to help, like, work on it and make it happen.
Yeah.
Because there are so many good ideas in the world. So many people with so many awesome shows and ideas inside them that don't get made because there's not time or money. And it sucks. I want them all to exist. I want to enjoy them. Ooh, short-term goals hit than that, says Kieran. 1, get a director credit. 2, get funding for a short. Make that, pitch shows until I get my way. Awesome. Tibbs wants her own theme park.
Wow.
It's a good goal too. With a Glim world, and a My Properties world, and an Aline sculpture world. Yes. Yes, a peg bar theme park where it's all just, we get our own section to do what we want with.
A peg park.
A peg park. I like it.
I don't.
A peg park.
I saw someone tweet the other day, like, their computer broke and they hope they're going to get a job or keep the one they have in order to buy a new one. And I just felt like, oh, I wish I could hire you. I wish I could help you. They're like CG generalist. And I was just like, how can we help?
Yes, Mark, when you have money to fund your film, please do hold me to that. Like, there's so many inspirational people here with so many awesome ideas. So many shows I want to see made. So many shows I want to be a part of and, like, help with and see made and work on. Like, this is the next generation of creators right here. It's gonna happen. Oh, that's cool, bro. That's really cool. Jeremiah says, lick my balls. You have fun there, Jeremiah. You do you.
I think they're quoting Rick and Morty.
I see.
But it's a bit out of context.
Oh, Rick and Morty.
We'll have to go.
What?
It's 9:30. We'll have to go.
I guess. Yeah, I guess so. The cleaners aren't here yet, though.
No, not quite yet.
Making Danny smile, making him laugh, making him happy. Yeah. It's my song for animating this.
What colour should this sidebar be? So that where I'm going to put information on.
I think black. I liked it when you had it black before.
You like black?
Or dark purple.
Dark purple.
What do you guys think? Yeah, Tibbs, that's really, really cool. And Tibbs is more interested in developing other people's properties and making her own. She wants other people's dreams to be as good as they can be. Yeah, I know that feeling a lot. Like, there's a lot of people where I see them making stuff or wanting to make stuff, and I just wish I could help. And I'm so frustrated at the fact that there's nothing I can do right now. Like, I just want them to be able to make stuff because the stuff is so good. It's so good. Like, I want to be in a position to be able to do that. And help people out. Karen says dark purple. Hardik's still very unsure about his goals. It seems like right now you're just focusing on becoming a better animator, Hardik. I think, to be honest, like, are you 19 now? I think that's a pretty good goal for how young you are. Like, you can decide what you want to do with those superpowers that you're developing over the next year or two.
Yeah.
Test the waters.
You'll go mad with power helping out all the poor starving artists.
Yeah. I think so long as you're enjoying yourself, that's the main thing. That's the most important thing in life, is to enjoy your time here. Ha! That's a great phrase, I like that. Karen says, luck finds those already working.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, this glum is so retarded.
He's happy. He's doing his best. You leave him alone.
This low grey one.
Won't be an adult anymore, Hardik. Don't you mean becoming an adult? What they call adult, which is really nothing, because nothing has changed since I was 18. Adulting is a lie, let it be known. I still have no clue what I'm doing. Tibbs, you have a lot to give. You should not be down on yourself. You are a fantastic animator and a great storyteller.
You stop that, Tibbs. The only thing holding you back
is
that mentality.
It's true. Stop worrying about your own insecurities and understand that everybody else is too busy worrying about their own insecurities to notice you. Just do the good stuff. And don't worry about what other people think. They are very much wrapped up in their own problems, trust me. It's like when you go into a conversation with people and you feel super awkward, and you worry that everyone knows that you feel super awkward and thinks that you're super awkward, but in actual fact everyone else is so busy worrying about being super awkward themselves that no one's even noticing you being awkward. Because they're all thinking, oh god, am I being awkward? Yeah. Is everyone else noticing that I'm being awkward? And it's just a big circle of people all worrying about whether they are awkward or not.
Oh, I just realised what I'm doing. There's 16 frames of this thing there. Oh.
That's... Karen is giving like really good advice too. Tips: you ain't dragging anyone back. It's like the unusual things you find super easy that other people find really painstaking. That'll be your calling. You don't see the value in it initially, but others will. Mark Kilkelly is dropping knowledge from Mark Twain. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming tasks into small, manageable tasks and starting on the first one.
Yeah.
Tibbs, I can hear that imposter syndrome coming through, but everybody feels that way, trust me. Everybody feels like they've tricked everyone else into thinking that they are good at what they do. Yeah, Mark, that is a really good quote. So many people think you need a special secret ingredient to get started on something. That you need the training, or the education, or the software.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, all you need is motivation to just do it.
Like there's some sort of secret ingredient.
Mm-hmm. I think we all have an age that we feel inside that is younger than we actually are. And I think maybe that's like the last development spurt we had mentally.
How do you mean?
Well, I feel like I'm stuck at 27.
Okay.
I think it's like it's the last time you feel like you had a major change in your life that changed you as a person.
Yeah, no. You should probably sleep now. We will be going very, very shortly.
The thing is, it's very hard to trick people into thinking that you're good at animation. Because you either do the thing or you don't do the thing. And if you do the thing, then you did the thing. So...
Yeah. I think my desktop background is something along the lines of... let me just minimize everything so that I can read it off to you. And I got this from another artist. Oh no, I changed it. Okay, now it's just the Glim background. Ah, shit. It was something along the lines of how to do anything, start doing it, keep going. Something like that. Ah, shit, what was it? Super memorable and totally was in my face every day, and now it's gone.
Mark is advising looking up the Dunning-Kruger effect. If you're feeling imposter syndrome, that's apparently a good piece of psychology to look up. Thanks, Mark. That's super helpful. Yes, Tiff, you should have a look. Karen says I oscillate between 27 and 38. Yeah, I ping as well. I ping back and forth. Also, Danny changes sides very much in a... I should fix that. I'll fix that at some point. Okay, his map is looking okay so far. I still need to animate a bit more on it.
Haddock's like, looks at Tib Twitter, looks at Tib, looks at Tib Twitter, looks at Tib. Because she's claiming that she can't animate.
Yeah. Tips, if you're animating, then you're doing it. You know, if someone does a cartwheel and then says, I can't do cartwheels, it's hard to take them seriously. Because they're like, oh, but I fudged that cartwheel. It's like, well, you did a cartwheel, so...
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing the animation, Tips, and people like the animation, you're doing good animation. There's not much more to it, really. Like, all animation is drawing tips and tricks and ways to manipulate the eye. That's what you're doing. It's what you're good at. And Future, of course, will give you some feedback if you like. Well, Tips, who knows, maybe you'll be drawing some more faces soon. Maybe someone on a project you're working on will give you some character animation to do, where you'll have to draw faces. So Mark says, Dunning-Kruger is really overconfidence in abilities where they're actually really incompetent. But imposter syndrome would be the opposite, where most insecure are often the best. Yes. I've seen those people who are very confident in something which you're like, that makes no sense. Why? I don't understand where the confidence comes from. You have as much to learn as the rest of us. Yeah. And I'm not quite sure how someone gets to that point, because I'm in the other camp with other people who are still learning to stand behind their work proudly. Thank you for posting that, Futa. Let's have a look. Ha! This is looking really nice. I wonder if I can click on it and make it bigger. I can't. I like the fact that you're using animation charts as well. Like, that's something I would like to learn to do myself. Let me see.
Dunning-Kruger terrifies Aline. It means any bit of confidence you get, maybe a lie and blinding yourself.
I would say that, it's hard because it's already really nice. I mean, you have a bit of a hold at the top of the arc, but I'm assuming that you've just yacked in between that. Because at the minute, because there's a hold there, the hair holds on what looks like an extreme frame of the air pushing underneath it.
There's something that Reika told Swift that really helped her during Girl in the Gloom, and it was, do your best, and that'll be good enough.
I think she said, do your best is good enough.
Yeah.
And the best that you are today isn't going to be the best that you are tomorrow.
But the thing is like, do your best. That is what you can do. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're worrying about how good that is, it doesn't really matter. Like, just do everything you can.
Yeah, because your best will improve over time, but the best you can do today is your best.
Yeah, and no one can ask for more.
And be okay with where you are today. Know that you'll improve. Futa, I'd say, as well as just smoothing out the top of that arc, and the hair motion there, which I'm assuming you're going to do, I'd say rather than have the hand come straight down over his face, back to his side, you could have once he's placed the wig on his head, have the hand go up again and then come round in a circular motion. Like, if I put a wig on my head, I'm very unlikely to drag my hand down over the wig and straight back down to my side. I'm more likely to put it on and take it off. My hand, that is.
Alright, yeah.
Put it on, take it off. Then I am to go.
Oh, right, yeah.
And at the minute, I mean, I'm sorry, that's not very helpful because I'm motioning it to Mike and you guys can't see.
Well, there's a camera if you want.
Okay, sure.
Let me just see that you're being framed correctly. You can get to see her cool t-shirt. You ready?
Can you see me? Can you hold it up a little bit? Hello. So rather than doing this, I would do this. So put it on, take it off. Circular motion. Rather than put wig on, hand back down to side.
Cool. Yay! Emblia can.
Now I scroll back down through miles of chat. Tiff said, Howard is just sitting on the cliff of the Dunning-Kruger curve waiting for that small push. So true. Dunning-Kruger, it's nice to know what the name for that is. Ha! Neil Gaiman often says to himself, meh, I'll get it perfect the next time. Each time he needs to move on.
Yeah.
That's great too, Mark. So he breaks away from that perfectionist mindset every time. Thanks, Mark. This is we're moving in with someone who has a very cool apartment, so we can claim no credit for how cool the apartment is. We're just very, very lucky to be here.
Yeah. I might just remove this one. I think I've fucked it up beyond belief.
Oh, and that'll be the cleaners, which means it's time for us to wrap the stream up like a delicious burrito of friends and art.
Yeah. So, take care, everyone.
Yes.
And may the rest
Of your day
be filled
with
adventure.
adventure. Have a
Thanks,
great
everyone.
day, guys.
Bye.